Hello and welcome to this episode. My name is Anna Sjösvärd and I'm a knitwear designer, a content creator and a writer. I have been sick, so my voice is still a bit, muddly. Do you say that? It's a bit not back to usual just yet. I just wanted to film something, but I don't know if my voice will, handle the situation. So I thought that we might talk about my WIPs today. So I have a few WIPs, as you can see here, and it's both knitting, spinning and sewing. So that is the plan for the day. I'm wearing my new design that I'm hopefully, when this episode goes live, it's in test knitting. It should be. But this is my Sunna tee, and it is a lace raglan tee with an I-cord edge on the sleeves and on the neckline, and on the body it's a ribbed hem. Yeah, so this is a really easy quick knit on 4mm needles, but it's also it's a lace fabric, so it's flowy and it's summery, and you can wear it when it's hot outside also. I'm wearing it with a linen dress, and I can post a reel because it's Me Made May. I'm posting reels every day with my outfits that are me made. So if you want to follow along on Me Made May, go over on Instagram and follow me there. But yeah, so first of all, I just wanted to thank you all for being here, and we just hit 7,000 subscribers on this channel, which makes me so happy, and I'm so happy that you are here, that you enjoy my content. And if you want to follow along on other places, because I'm on other platforms as well, you can see in the links down below. I post everything every video, so you have my Patreon and my Substack and Instagram and Ravelry and everything down there if you want to follow along. But yeah, feels like I'm talking really fast. I've had quite a few stressful weeks, so I've not been posting on here. I don't know, I think it was I posted this Saturday, and that was actually a bit of a different video for me. I did a ASMR spinning video, and that video shows the process of combing or carding the fibers and spinning it, not plying it or anything else, but just spinning on my very old spinning wheel that I got from my grandmother last year, or was it 2 years ago? Yeah, I think it was. That's been in my family for over 100 years, and it has the most soothing sound when I'm spinning on it, so I just wanted to share that sound with you. So if you want to see that, you can watch that after this video. But that is more like it's really nice to have your headphones in, because the sound is, it's very soothing. And if you have it and don't hear anything else, it's more soothing, according to me. So yeah. And one thing that I just wanted to share is that I was at my aunt's studio the other day, this Saturday, together with my mother and my sister-in-law, and we had, because my aunt is a jewelry maker. Do you say silver smithy? I don't know, but she makes jewelry out of silver. So we got to come to her studio, and it was beautiful, and we had a nice day just creating things in silver. So I made a ring, and this is actually now my wedding ring, because when we got married, we bought a vintage wedding ring for me, because I wanted that, and it was really thin. It was silver, but it was really thin, and it had some stones, not crystals. Oh yeah, it might be crystals, but not like diamonds or anything. But yeah, so that ring was it's really fragile, and I actually lost a stone once, which I found. Yeah, that was a wild ride, because I was sitting on a train and we just me and some friends just packed ourselves in the train. We had loads of stuff to carry, and when we were leaving the train, I just looked down at my hand and saw that the biggest stone was missing. So I thought, okay, that's it. You know, we're not gonna find it because it's a very dark blue, almost black stone, and it's tiny. So I thought, yeah, okay, that's it. But I stood up, just looked around me, and there on the floor, in the middle of the train aisle, there was my stone. So I just picked it up, and my aunt actually helped me repair the ring. But then I also got stuck in something, and it like the link, you know, where you put them together, where you lead them together. I don't know the English words, but where you yeah, the link, you know, where you put the ring together, because it's not a ring, it's not a circle from the beginning, it's a band, and then you put it together. That link broke, and then she repaired that, and then it broke again. So I was like, yeah, okay, so I can't have this as a everyday ring because it's too fragile. And then my thought was to make a one of these rings, but with a stone on it, like a bigger stone. But that actually, yeah, I didn't find a stone that I liked. So it ended up like this, and I think it's really nice and simple, and I really love it. I really love that I made it myself. But yeah, but I can also come there and, you know, add something to it if I want to add a stone, or if I want to add something different, you know, I can do that. So let's see, I will keep it as it is for some time and then think about how I want it later. But yeah, so I have newly washed hair today, and I'm annoyed at my hair always when it's down. So I'm sorry if I'm playing with it a lot, and you know, yeah. Okay, so I have this February I bought some wool to spin, and I didn't think I wanted to spin it on a spindle. I thought I wanted to spin it on my wheels, but the other day, was it yesterday? No, it was the day before yesterday. Yeah, so Hilma's been sick because I've been sick, and then Hilma got sick. So she had a fever, not a very high fever, but you know, a fever, and so she wanted to be close, and so I put her in a shawl and wrapped her up, and I actually stood with her facing the window because she really enjoys looking out at the view. So I just stood there and had her in a shawl and thought, I might be able to knit, but then it was like I didn't have a project that was small enough for me to hold up without getting really tired in my arms, you know, standing like this. But then I thought about spinning, and I just picked up my spindle and started spinning this fiber. And this is a fiber that I bought this February for spinning in needle felting, it says, and it's 50 grams of each, and I haven't spun the first one in its entirety, but I spun this much. So this is Gotland and Finull and Värmlandsull, so it's a blend of 3 different Swedish wool fibers. It's beautiful, the color is amazing, and I just loved spinning this because it has such depth in color, and it has long fibers. It's really long. Compared to the one that I'm spinning now, it's really long. But yeah, so I spun this, and it was really nice just to stand and have Hilma in my shawl and just standing there spinning this. And I listened to a podcast about Bletchley Park. It was just so nice, and she just looked out, and then she fell asleep for a bit, and then she woke up, and you know, yeah, I could just be close to her while doing this craft, which is completely silent if you don't drop the spindle, of course, but I tend not to do that. yeah, it was so nice to just, it felt like I've talked about this before, I think, but when I'm spinning, I feel so close to history, and I feel so connected and close to all the women in the history before me that has tended to children while doing their craft. And spinning was something that women have done like all the time, like constantly, because it takes so much time to spin a yarn compared to weaving it or knitting with it or sewing with it. So you have to spin a lot of, you have to put a lot of time in spinning to be able to knit and weave. That is something that I keep thinking about. Okay, so I had to delete some things on my camera. Where was I? Yeah, so we have so much yarn to just pick up and knit with, which is of course amazing. And if you don't want to spin, you don't have to spin. I don't say that everyone has to spin their own yarns. Sorry, Eden is she's talking to the neighbors because she doesn't. Eden, yeah, that is of course amazing that we have this availability for yarn to knit with or weave with or do anything with, crochet with. So that is amazing. But you know, because of that, the art of spinning is of course not endangered, because now it is a really popular craft, and that is also amazing. And I'm just happy that people are spinning and people are experimenting with different wools and different fibers and different, you know, spinning techniques. And I'm so wishing that I had more time to dive into the spinning techniques that are out there and that are available to us. So I will do that someday when I don't have small children. But you know, it is also very compatible with tending to small children, and especially when they are small and sitting in the shawl, which I really loved that moment. It felt like, I often feel, I think I wrote about this on my Substack, but I often feel like I have this line of women behind me, standing behind me, like in my head. I can see them spinning yarn the years back, like, I don't know, hundreds of years back, thousands of years back. And I actually have this story about my my grandfathers on my father's side, my paternal grandfather's mother, so my great-grandmother, I think it was her, that walked from where we lived. You know, I live in Örebro, which is a mid-size city, I would say. It's a nice middle-sized city, but I grew up 4 Swedish miles from here, so like 45 minutes outside of the city. And in that area, which is called Västnärke, we have, you know, my ancestors lived for a long time, and one of them was called Amanda, and she walked from that place to Örebro, spinning, because she, you know, she had to get things, she had to run errands, she had to buy things or sell things or something. But I know that we have a story in the family that she walked from Västnärke, like the western part of our part of Sweden, to the city to sell things or buy things or, you know, do things. And she was spinning at the same time, which is such a nice picture. I can see it in my, it feels like we have a picture of her, which we don't, but it feels like we have a picture of her because I can see it in my head. And I didn't get to meet her, of course, but yeah, so I have some vision in my head about that. So that was my story about spinning. And yeah, I'm spinning this Gotland, Finull och Värmlands blend, which is a really nice blend. It's very long and very yeah, it's easy to get it even. And I don't think this might be 25 grams or something. I thought that I spun up the whole bat, the first bat, but then I just found the rest of it. So I think that was like half of it, which is nice because I felt, okay, so this is a tiny bit of yarn. This is actually 30 meters of yarn. So yeah, that is the first project that I have. I actually bought 2 bats of the dark wool and also one of this lighter wool, and this is only Finull. So this fiber is much shorter, and you can see that it's a gradient, so it starts a bit darker and then turns lighter. And this is cardband, so it's, you know, it comes in like this. So I usually just tear this apart a bit, and then I've done like this, so I have it in my hand like this, and then I just, let's see here, I just spin from this in my hand. And I thought this was a really nice prepared wool because it's really easy to get it even, and very even, and it's not at all hard to you know, draw the fiber. It's a really nice wool, and this spinning and this spindle, drop spindle, is actually really good as well. So I'm just gonna let it spin this length. So I have this spindle. I have tons of spindles, but I have this usually when I'm teaching people, because it's too okay, so it has its negative sides, of course, but it also, I really enjoy this because it spins for a long time because it's so wide. So it spins really, you know, for a good amount of time, which is good for a beginner, because they can get really stressed, of course, when it feels like the spindle is spinning the other way around. So I have this as well, but it's really nice, but it's heavy, so, you know, yeah, pros and cons. But this is a really nice fiber to spin as well, and I just spun this up this morning to be able to show you, and I really enjoy it. And I really enjoy the fiber because it's such a neutral beige brownish color. I really love it, and I think it's gonna be beautiful. And I don't know what I'm gonna make of this project yet. I don't know if I'm gonna make one thing from the dark wool and one from the light wool, because they are different in characteristics. So maybe I will have to do 2 separate projects. I don't know. We'll see about that. But that was a bit of a, not a rant, a bit of reflection on spinning. Yeah. Let's move on. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee and then we're gonna go through my knitting projects. Okay. Yeah, let's start with this one. This is one that I picked up recently again because it was, you know, I just wanted to get some summer knits off my needles to be able to focus on winter and autumn knits again. And this is a sweater that I have now decided how I want the sleeves to be, so I just I'm knitting on the sleeves right now, which feels really nice to be able to just work on this. This is the work name for this is the Folklore sweater, because this is actually inspired by kurbits, which is a art form in a part of, like, northern part of Sweden, and I really love the yoke on this one. I really love the fit of this. It's a bit of a longer yoke than I usually make, but I really like the shape of the yoke. So I don't feel like it's too long. It doesn't feel weird when I'm putting it on. But yeah, so this is knit in Lättloopy in rust. No, not rust. Sorry, rough sea and oat. I would say, or heathered beige maybe. Yeah, it's one of the lighter beige colors. Yeah, it's one of the lighter beige colors, but I'm really looking forward to having this done. It's been on in the works for a long time because I first knitted in double strands of Nutiden, and double strands of Nutiden in 2 colorways, like a color work project, is, for me, it's a bit warm, and I think that it wouldn't be available to so many people maybe, because of the warmth. But this is let loopy, and it's, you know, it's like a ridari in gauge and in warmth. Yeah, really looking forward to having that done soon. I'm knitting on that in the evenings now, and it goes kind of quick because it's a 4.5mm needle. Actually, I went up a size, half a size. Okay, so this project is one that is on pause right now because I don't know how I want to make it, or if I want to make it, or if I just have to rip it out. So this is my Eostre stitch pattern, and it's supposed to be a shawl, and I'm in the middle of the round right now, so you can't really see, but I just started the last piece of the design, and that it's gonna be like a transition to only garter stitch, which I feel is gonna be great. It looks really nice, and I really like the transition. But my problem with this one is that it's a bit too deep, because I don't use shawls that are very, you know, deep and not that wide. I just want a really wide shawl, so it feels like I have to rip this back and maybe start it in another way with a seam in the middle as well, so you increase in the middle and on the sides, because that's usually what I do for my triangle shawls. Like my Angerboda it has a lot of increases, so you get a very wide shawl that's not very deep, and that is my favorite kind of shawl. But it can also be that it's cabled, and that I just have to block it out to see if the shawl gets wide enough. I'm leaning towards ripping it out because I don't want to knit on it, because I don't feel like it's gonna be a shawl that I use that very much. So, but I really love the stitch pattern, and I really, yeah, I haven't decided, or maybe it's supposed to be a sweater, you know, but then I don't have enough yarn in this color. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, if you think I should continue, or if you think I should rip it back, or what do you think? Maybe it would be fine. Maybe I just need to end this, you know, I have to finish this row, and then put it on a blocking cable, and then just block it to see if the width is okay, because I have some left, so it's not finished. The width is not finished. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that, because if I block it and then find out it's gonna be fine, then I'm almost finished with it. And you know, yeah, I will think about that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Okay, so this is something new, and I don't again, I don't know if I'm gonna rip it out, or if I'm gonna have it, or if I'm gonna continue with it, because I got another idea for this project, so I'm not sure what to do. But this is brioche. Brioche, yeah. This is a brioche, and this is knit in Nutiden, 2 strands of each color on 5mm needles. So it's a really quick knit. It's a really fluffy knit, and as you can see, I'm changing the like like the background yarn here is the dark one, and then it's the light one here. So I'm changing. It's like a stripe thing. Doesn't look that very nice in the camera, I can see that, but in real life it looks really nice. But I also feel like this would be really nice as a sweater, or maybe a cardigan, or like a jacket maybe. I don't know, haven't decided. But I really enjoy knitting brioche in Knitwear. It's a really nice process and a really nice feel to it, because it gets so fluffy. It turns out so fluffy and gorgeous. So here you can see I'm just changing the you know, which yarn is in front and back. And I don't remember the name of these ones. They are quite recent, both of them. This is the colorways that I'm using, so they are very close in color. Both are rust, but this is more like a yellow rust and this is more like a red rust. So I could imagine they are the same base, and just more red in this and more yellow in this. I don't know, but it's a really nice fabric, and it doesn't get that very thick. It feels like it's not very thick. And I'm also, I held it like this. It feels like it could be a jacket. Okay, so it's a bit wide down here, but you know, it feels like it could be a jacket of some kind. It would be very warm because it's 4 strands of Knitwear and patent, or not patent, it's brioche. But you know, it's really nice. So I paused that one just for a minute, just to be able to decide if I want to make it a scarf, because this is a scarf. I forgot to say that. I just wanted to make, because I have woven scarves that I wear all the time, like all the time. But I just wanted to have something knitted. And I made a knitting survey at the end of the year, last year. And in that survey, many of you said that you wanted to try brioche knitting and also unspun yarns. So I thought maybe I will do a project for that combo, because I think it's a very nice combination with unspun and brioche. So yeah, I just wanted to cast something on in brioche and unspun, and I just decided to make it a really easy, a quick knit for those wanting to try the techniques. So that is my plan for that one. Okay, so this one, this cardi, I just I knit on it a lot when I started it, and then I just paused it because I think I need to, just knit on the button bands and the colors just to be able to see the finished result more clearly in my head. But I really love this crazy wild cardigan. It's a really cute one, and it's a really fun one to knit because it's modular knitting, which means that you add pieces to the project. So you first start with the 4 squares in the back, and then you knit the short rows in the neck, and then you knit the underarm sleeve, underarm stitches, like the piece here, and then you continue up with the fronts and then the sleeves and everything. So it's a really fun, quick knit, an interesting knit, I would say. But I just wanted to, I don't know, I had to do something else maybe, or just I forgot about it. I have to pick it up again because I think it's the perfect size for Hilma right now, and I think it's gonna be a really nice cardigan for her to have this summer, because we have, you know, it's Sweden, so we don't have that. We don't always have hot weather in the summer. Sometimes we do, and then it can be really, really hot. But, you know, it's more common for us to have like 15 to 20 degrees Celsius in the summer. And then it's perfect with a woolen cardigan. Yeah. It's really fun to use your scraps as well for this one, because it's a DK weight yarn. So I actually also this project I haven't knitted on since this autumn, I think, and I actually pulled the stitches out, which is not good. But this is the whole body is finished, and it's a lace element to it. I have blocked, I think I blocked the yoke, but not, yeah, from here it's not blocked. But it has this, it has the Italian bind off and cast off, so it's a really beautiful finishing to it. And here are some markers to mark the short rows. So, but yeah, so this is a sweater that I'm making in Campes tretrådiga, so it's a 3-ply wool yarn, but it's also, I wanted to be a bit oversized and boxy, but not too much. It's obviously cropped, and yeah, it's just an everyday sweater, I would say. But I really love the lace element to it, like these rows. But yeah, so I think I stopped this because I didn't know how I wanted to make the sleeves. If I want to make the sleeves like a bit more like a, not smaller, not tapered, or if I wanted to have it a bit bigger. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it tapered though, because I think it's a boxy sweater, so I think a bit more slimmer sleeve would be nice. But yeah, so that is all my knitting projects that I'm doing right now. I think I really, you know, searched the whole apartment for things, so I might have missed some things, but you know, these are the things that I'm working on right now. I actually have some sewing updates as well. So I have had this vision in my head for a long time that I wanted to make a black dress in broderie anglais. I don't know what's it called in English. Broderie anglais. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a French word. So, but yeah. So, and I didn't find that. I think I started thinking about this last summer, and then I didn't find it for a long time. But then a few weeks ago, I just searched the web, and I found it in Sweden in a fabric store. So I just ordered some fabric, and I started with the top, and I wanted to make this. Yeah, it's like a balloon sleeve. So if I put it on, I actually put in like a elastic in the sleeve, which I haven't done before, but it's nice. Yeah, so it's just it's not a very big, it's a fairly big balloon sleeve, and then it has buttons in the front, and I will just bind it with black fabric here, and then it will be the bodice, and then I will have a gathered skirt for it. So I think it's gonna be okay to just have like, because I have like bike pants underneath my skirts anyway, because, you know, shabra, do you say that? Because I have bike pants underneath my skirts anyways, so it's not gonna be like you can see my underwear. But you know, I think it's gonna be okay for the see-through part. It's gonna be okay. So if it's not, I'm just gonna buy like a tank top or something and have underneath. But yeah, so I'm finished with the bodice, like the sleeves and the bodice, and just have to oh yeah, okay, so I put the button band on one side but not on the other, and then I just had to bind the neck, and then it's finished with it, and then I'm finished with the bodice. And this is just a self-drafted pattern, because I made a black balloony sleeved dress a while back, based on just more like the folkloristic style of big balloon sleeve dresses. So it's a really simple one. It doesn't have that much shaping. I will add some bust darts to it in in the bottom, like in the lower part of the bodice, because I just want to have some shaping, and I might do that in the back as well, just 2 darts down the sides of my back, because I just want to have some definition. And then I will add a gathered skirt, and I might add like a canal for a band. I'm not sure yet. I might not do that and just have like a belt on the outside or something. But I think this is gonna be such a romantic, nice dress for summer, because I really wanted to have something flowy and romantic and light to wear with these big sleeves. I'm going to a wedding this summer, and I have, you know, for midsummer and everything, so I thought that it might be nice to have like a romantic dress. And I think the black is, I know it's not very summery, but I feel like it's so romantic and nice when you have like a black cotton dress that's thin, and this is also, you know, lacy, and then you have some flowers in your hair, you have the hair down, you have some nice jewelry, maybe, yeah, like sandals. I think it's gonna be so nice. If I can find it, I can post some pictures here that I found on Pinterest that are like inspiration photos for this outfit. And then if it gets cold, I can just have my woven woolen scarf, or maybe like an angerbora. I have a light beige angerbora, which is nice for that, I think. So, you know, yeah, that was my plan for this project, and I'm soon finished with it. I'm just I won't add pockets to it because I don't want to see the pockets, so that's unfortunate, but I'm soon finished with it, so I'm very excited to have this project soon finished, because I've been thinking about it for years, maybe 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. So of course I found a project, another knitting project. So I have this okay, let's see if I can show you here. Yeah, this is another Eostre stitch pattern design. Okay, so here we go. I have a vest. I'm working on a vest pattern, and this is, it has cables in the front, it's cropped, and it has it will be like a 1x1 ribbing, and yeah, kind of like a low, not a low, but maybe a bit lower than usual, because I don't really like when it goes really high in the armpit. So yeah, it looks like this. I'm finished with the front, and I'm working on the back, and this is just plain stockinette, so it goes quicker than the front. And I'm really excited about this project actually. I had just made one vest pattern before, or slipover pattern before, and that was for another company, so not my own design. But I really enjoy this design, and really enjoy this stitch pattern, if you haven't noticed. Yeah, so this is what I have to show for right now in this design, and this is knit in a yarn called Sork, which is a Gotland sheep wool yarn. It's really fluffy, amazing, and it's a really nice brown color. It's hard to show on camera. Maybe this is more accurate, I'd say. Yeah. So that is my last project that I'm working on, and that is a really good social knitting right now. It's just, you know, it's small to bring with me, it's compact, and it's really, yeah, just a really easy knit right now. So that's everything that I have to show you today. I'm hoping that you had a great time with me. I have my coffee here. But thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and that you have gotten some inspiration, or just maybe just inspiration to get every WIP out and just decide on if you want to keep it or if you want to frog it or if you want to, you know, pause it for reconsideration. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!